could never find the right tool. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna buy a fucking full new tool set. You know, bought a full new tool set. First, the screwdrivers start going missing. I had 16 screwdrivers. You know, because it came with 16. I don't know why the fuck you need 16 screwdrivers, but it came with it, so whatever. All different sizes, different kinds, 3 of each, whatever, 2 of each, some of them. And I was like, all right, cool. So he had like bigger fucking brake calipers and all that shit. And so when his friend went to go get his shit replaced, it was like they kept going through like every single model of like the Nissan, like what the fuck, man? Like it doesn't fit. Like, what'd you do to my car? He's like, oh, I changed it to the infinity brake system.
Oh, he did his own brakes, and then he actually went to take it to the dealer.
The whole,
and then they got them all confused.
Because they're like infinity. It's the infinity car now instead of like the Nissan car shit.
Hi, Kuya.
Hey, rotor is not damaged.
It's not damaged, but he said at over 120 miles an hour he feels a shake.
What? Doesn't change.
He was about 15%, 20%. He didn't want to wait until metal to metal. Alright, we over here at Nasty City. Tried to pick up some Jollibee, but Jollibee is over here acting like they in and out, having all these cars over here. About to pick up some chicken sandwich. Hopefully they have it, because sometimes they say, oh, it's frozen. We just got our shipment. Come on, guys. You gotta get with it.
Hello, Jolly afternoon. How would you like to order?
Jolly afternoon.
Hello.
Could I get the chicken sandwich, please?
Let me just check for a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
That one was made to order. So, we don't have it anymore. Orders for today.
Oh, you guys ran out, huh? Oh man, I ain't cool. Do you still have the steak burger or hamburger steak?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's on the screen.
We have the 2-piece, 3-piece, and the burger steak ham in the back.
All right, I'll do the 2-piece.
Okay, 2-piece burger steak. Would you like a drink for that? Or without?
Yeah, without.
Without. Anything else, sir?
And I'll get the peach mango pie.
How many peach mango pie would you like?
Oh, just one.
What was that?
Just one for today.
Just one. Anything
Yeah,
else?
trying to lose weight. Yeah, that'll be it. We got some racers over there. Here's some revving going on. Got the Integ, CRX, and some Lexus. Yeah. That's what's up. Nasty City. Jollibee. Excuse me trying to eat in the car, but you know, we can't eat inside because of the whole pandemic COVID situation. Okay, no more clowning around. We're running out of daylight. Hopefully that alternator won't be too hard to do, because famous last words, you can see the alternator, so I'm assuming it's gonna be easy to do, but we'll see. For those of you from San Diego, y'all should know this street. This is Plaza Boulevard, headed towards Paradise Hills. Just pulling up now. Probably gonna have to back up the car, because since the alternator drained his battery, probably gonna have to jump start his car. Okay, here we go. 2012 Toyota Camry 4-cylinder. Looks like the alternator shot because his dash lights was flickering and doing all kinds of stuff. Then he said his car died, but that's because the alternator died and sucked up all the juice from the battery. So yeah, this thing is hella corroded. It won't even loosen up. I don't really want to do, but when you're doing this, make sure you wear safety glasses, because you know, you don't want to get this stuff in your eyes, and if this thing's gassing, you just don't want an explosion. All right, zapped it in. You guys blink, you didn't see it. So now with this, I see guys when they tighten out the battery clamps, you don't need to go to town. You don't need to, it's not like a lug nut. It's not gonna come off like that. So just snug. This doesn't even need to go all the way like touching. So some people think it is, but you're good like this. You just wanna make sure it's snug. So yeah, it's not moving, you're good. All right, now I just gotta take out the connector. You know what I noticed about YouTube also, or when I'm filming, I say all right before each clip. All right. So I'm gonna try to work on that. Chopping it up with my nephew right now, talking about basketball. We got some clowns on the basketball court. You need to be taught some lessons and shit. Okay, little issue here. Not with taking this off, but I don't have the right tools right now because I thought I packed everything. But anyway, first things first, we need to see if we have the right part. That's kind of important because, you know, we could do all this removing. The next thing you know, you don't have the right part. That ain't right. So one of the rules when you're working on the car, you gotta make sure you have the right part, because if you remove everything, then you're good to go. And guess what? If you have the wrong part, it's not gonna be fun. They go back and all that. So it looks like we have the right part. Alternator looks about the same. Connector here, connector there, side by side. All right, we're good. We can continue. I don't have a 14mm socket, so I got to use this gear wrench. But the good news is it doesn't seem like this tensioner is very heavy duty, I guess if you could call it that way. See, I could actually move it. So go ahead and remove the belt and take this alternator off. Easy peasy. All right. I had to move the alternator. Damn, I said all right again. Damn, I said I wasn't gonna say all right. Ooh, that one's tight, boy. I think I had Jollibee right now. Hamburger steak and rice. I'm gonna do it by hand because the ratchet, cordless ratchet's gonna get sandwiched between the bolt and the frame rail. And when that happens, it's not fun to have to finagle it to get it out. So you gotta do it the slow way, with the finger power. Oh, the power of the fingers. Finger power. Pretty sure some guys take off the dipstick, but it's only a 10 millimeter and pull off. But I'll try to see if I could just go out through this way, maybe take off this bracket right here. Almost there. Just wants me to breathe hard. Man, I'm out of shape, guys. Wants me to work, huh? Like, you know, when you think you have it, it's almost there, but not quite. There we go. Shoo. Just wanted me to have a forearm workout real quick. Take this bracket off for some space. Already disconnected this. Take this connector off maybe. Now we could have at it. Take it out. Hopefully. Never done an alternator on one of these. This is the first for everything. Oh, almost. Just a little bit. Freedom! We got the new alternator here, the old one here, and it looks identical. So we know we have the right part, and let's have at it. This is the old one. Something's broken in there. I don't know if it's the rotor, shaft, or whatever, but if you take the pulley of the alternator on this old one and you spin it and you hold it, it almost feels like something else is trying to spin in there. And on the new one it doesn't, it's solid. So we know definitely this thing is toast. So this is the new one. So his alternator went out and it wasn't even producing more than 10 volts, so something just took a shit on the old one or crapped out. But anyway, here's the new one. We're gonna slap it on, and yeah, we're getting there. All right, so I got a little wise this time. Decided to take off the actual dipstick. I said I wasn't gonna remove the dipstick guide, but good thing we didn't need to. So. Oh man, look at that, just like butters. It goes right in. Oh my goodness. We got this, guys. We got this. Line the bolt. Make sure you tighten by hand before you start zapping away with any kind of pneumatic tool, because you don't want to cross thread anything. I had this go-kart. It's not really a go-kart, but it was bipedal. Uncle Larry and Uncle Totoy, they had a alternator just laying around in 30th. I was like, dude, that looks like a motor. So I took some yarn and I put it underneath the go-kart because that was my motor. Yeah, yarn was holding it up. And then went down the hill. And then me and Larry were going down the hill. Then we flipped over and then the alternator just comes flying out. You think when you get hit in the face. Man, I look back and that thing was crazy. So every time I see an alternator, I think of that moment. So I'm out here with my nephews. Timmy's helping me record because it's a lot easier to work on a car when you're not recording. Then my other nephew, Christopher, the owner of the car, just got off work. Just smoking this Philly blunt real quick. Just kidding, cigarettes. But it's cool, I'm motivated now because I got my nephews here. I'm like all pumped up. Somebody to talk to. Neighbors would be like, who's that guy talking to, man? He's like talking to himself. What's wrong with that guy, man? Call the cops. There is torque specs to this, but being I'm a little seasoned, it's about how tight I go. about that much. You don't want to over tighten because down there is aluminum. This one you could kind of go to town, but you don't need to go too crazy. Good. Alternator's on. We just got to put that bracket on, put the connectors on, and we're set. Putting the belt on. Hopefully it's easier, just as easy to put on as it is to take out. Note to self, bring the right tools next time. Surprised, man, these Toyota tensioners aren't very hard. On a Honda, I'd probably be shaking right now. I'd be like, ooh. All right, the belt is almost seated. Just gotta seat it and put these connectors on. Yeah, so on the Honda, there's no way I'm gonna be able to move a tensioner with this much wrench, you know? It's just, it ain't gonna happen unless you're super swole. But anyway, just wanted to make sure the belts were seated correctly in the pulley, because if not, the belt could break off if you don't notice it. But if you're lucky and you're off, and it'll actually jump back into the groove. But we don't want to go that route. All right, now the connectors. So with this, you want it snug, you don't want it too tight, because should you ever have to take this off again one day, you don't want that thing being seized on there. Because if you go too tight, you could also smash the plastic right there. But some guys go He-Man on it. Since the alternator sucked up the battery dry, it's over there charging. I told him he's gonna need a new battery anyway, but we're trying to see if we could charge this one up since he doesn't have a new one yet. All right, alternator's in, battery's in and charged. So let's see if it holds the charge. See if the car starts. All right, there you have it. 2012 Camry. Had a bad alternator. It was even making noise and wasn't charging. He has a new terminal. Positive terminal, because the other one was corroded. Luckily, you don't need a whole sub harness. He is good to go. Still recommending him getting a battery though. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.